Hi guys. So I grew up in Northern California and we always had the best guacamole ever. It's made from just 4 ingredients: avocados, cilantro, jalapeño, and limes. And of course a little salt. So the way I put this together is I take out the little ends from the tree and we cut them in half. And we're going to twist them nice. Very good. Now to get these out, we'll do with a knife. Okay, so let me move some of this. There's a lot going on because the other thing that I was going to show you is many people, when they make guacamole, and that's just another way to do it, is they add red onion, green onion, sometimes chopped tomatoes, and garlic. But I honestly, guys, I think this way is just so amazing. So you cut open your avocados, and you get a spoon, and you get out the meat. And that's why you want to get rid of this little thing early on, because it'll get in your way later. And I'm going to show you the way I cut up a jalapeno. It's a lot faster, because that's what I'm all about. Least amount of time, least amount of effort, but delicious and nutritious. So we've got, I'm doing a small batch. We've got 2 avocados, and I found that this just speeds things along. A mini potato masher. That's probably good enough. And then I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of salt, and the salt I like to use, guys, is the extra fine pink Himalayan salt. It's also an electrolyte. You can put a little bit, a 1/4 teaspoon in your water and drink it slowly throughout the day. Okay, then the way I cut my jalapeno is with a box cutter. It's a lot faster. But not all jalapenos are created equal, so the best thing to do is take a little piece from the center and taste it, because we need to see how hot it is, because if it's super hot, we don't want to use that much. Okay, this one's really, really hot. Like really hot. Woo! So anyway, usually they're not quite this hot, but this is how you cut it on the box grater. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use all this. And sometimes, if you let a jalapeno sit for a half an hour, it loses its heat. So I'll put some of this. Now I better wash my hands, guys, because I don't want any of these seeds on me. So I just took the smallest bite of that, and it was so hot. And that's how they are sometimes in the summer. They're very hot. Today it's June 18th. So they're pretty darn hot. But in January, they're very mild. You could use a whole one too, and they don't have that much heat at all. So now what we're going to do, so I'm going to kind of measure this out. So I've got like a heaping teaspoon of that grated jalapeno. We can always add more later. And then the cilantro, I pre-chopped all of this. I just showed you how to do it real fast in the Cuisinart. So this is a half a cup. I use a lot, guys. I use like about 1/3 of a cup. And then We've got our fresh limes. Now I juiced all these limes because later we're gonna make margaritas. So we can measure that out. Here is my tablespoon. I'll give a little stir. So we're gonna put in 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3, we can start with that. And then we'll stir it up. Of course, we're always gonna have to taste it before we serve it. And people just love guacamole. And every time I bring this to the party, people always say that's the best guacamole they've ever had, and I think it's because it's just 4 ingredients. So that's mixed up. Let's give it a taste. Very good, guys. Even though that was so hot, that one little piece, I think we could put another, this is just a half a teaspoon. And I'll stir that in. And then we've got a pretty little plate. We're gonna put it on. We'll get the spatula. And we can garnish it with a little cilantro and serve it with chips and our delicious homemade margarita that we're about to make. And enjoy time with friends on the patio. So we'll see you soon, guys. Be well.